boy pandas and girl pandas are only supposed to be interested in each other a few days each spring. Chuan Chuan apparently hasn't read the book. He just won't take no for an answer. All this will probably break the hearts of the Americans. It's taken their two pandas a decade to get this far. Dan Bjarnason, CBC News, Toronto.
7:43 on CBLT Morning. There's a new epidemic sweeping the city. It's panda fever, and Toronto got the bug on Monday when Ching Ching and Quan Quan arrived from China. The two giant pandas are here for 100 days, and their visit is accompanied by a flood of pandaphernalia.
The Chinese delegation leaves for the United States on Sunday, but Madam Lin says its two goodwill ambassadors will be staying a while longer as a symbol of friendship between the two nations. Patricia Chu, CBC News, Toronto.
Visitors to the Metro Toronto Zoo are in for a real treat. There's some VIPs here, very important pandas. Meet Jing Jing and Zhuang Zhuang. Their arrival here for their 100-day stay has caused quite a stir. Pandamania, in fact.
It's officially opened today by the wife of Chinese President Li Xianyan. Premier David Peterson was also on hand for the special event, but it took a little coaxing before the animals would greet the 100 guests at the zoo. Using some specially prepared panda porridge as encouragement, a Chinese handler persuaded Ching Ching and Chuan Chuan to come out of their cave. The Zoo Board Chairman Ron Barbaro says the Chinese have agreed to let the pandas stay in Canada if they bear any offspring here. The public will be able to see the pandas tomorrow starting at 9 a.m.
The one thing zoo officials were worried about when they opened the panda exhibit was that, especially on day one, there would be general pandemonium. Well, that hasn't proven to be the case. So far, there is lots of room for everyone, and everyone seems to be having a pandastic time. Larry Jackson, Global News at the Metro Zoo.
CFTO's Jim Junkin has this report.
As you'll see in the next few moments, a day in the life of a giant panda is not all that demanding. Today, Chuan Chuan, the 5-year-old male, spent a great deal of his time snoozing in a shady spot. The weather promises to be sunny and hot, a great day to come to the zoo. And if you'll pardon the pun, they say it could be pandemonium. Jim Junkin, CFTO News at the Metro Toronto Zoo.
The zoo broke all attendance records during the panda's visit. More than 1.25 million people passed through the turnstiles during the 100 days. That's 750,000 more than in the comparable period in previous years. The other animals had more visitors because the people who came to see the pandas stayed to see their neighbors. Even so, some of the regulars seemed a little miffed by the whole thing.
There's no question but that the Metro Toronto Zoo is a great place to visit, but the next time you're here, drop in on Charles the Gorilla. You'll find that, like me, he's not just another pretty face. Glenn Cochran, CFTO News.
He's right, you know.
Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands is the founder of the World Wildlife Fund. For 25 years, the prince has traveled the world trying to save its rare inhabitants from extinction. Prince Bernhard was delighted by the contribution made by the Metro Zoo.
It's a wonderful chance for people like you and me and everybody else to have a good look at the animals as they are. They're happy now getting some extra food. The belief in conservation and the conviction that we need conservation for the human race to survive. We don't want to live in asphalt jungles.
People seem to associate probably with childhood and growing up.
I like the baby ones. I've seen them on TV, but not outside, so close to me.
Like my grandson, I've never seen one, and I'd like to see one too.
Oh, I think it's great. We thought that they must be really valuable, you know, to be in the passenger section instead of in the cargo section.
I like them because they're fuzzy and they're big.
They're nice and they look cute and they're so big.
Well, it's a thrill, as you can well imagine, that if you have, there's over 300 people associated with this zoo, and Metro Toronto has tried to make it a first-class establishment. And to have the rarest, most loved animal in the world on exhibit in your place for a while, it's like the art gallery having the Mona Lisa. It's a marvelous feeling in everyone here, and I'm excited for everyone who has been involved.
I didn't want to go at first, but then everybody else said to me, all right, you're going to have a good time. I didn't say, all right, I'll go. All right, you're bugging me, but I'll go.
Was it worth it?
You're done when it was.
Oh, I think they're beautiful. I'd never seen one before. Really, really gorgeous animals.
Well, I think they're wonderful. I've never seen anything that looks so cuddly.
Oh, I like them.
What do you like most about them?
Oh, they're sort of unusual.
They're white and they're black, and they look like they're wearing underwear.
Well, I had been wanting to come to see the pandas all summer, and this is the first opportunity I've had.
We came from Kingston, Ontario to see the last day of the pandas. It's quite an event.
I'm a school teacher in Kingston, and I didn't get my class up here, so I thought I'd do the best I could to get some pictures myself and take the slides back and show them.
Has it been worth it?
Yes. Despite the rain, it's been worth it.
It's only water.
Sorry?
It's only water.
I figured if I didn't see them now, I never would, so I'm not going to China, that's for sure.
Because I want to see the panda bears.
Yeah, why?
Because I never saw them before.
A check for $750,000 was turned over to the Chinese Wildlife Conservation Authority. This helped to strengthen the bond between China and Canada, a bond forged by diplomacy and a very famous Canadian.
They have a tremendous respect for Canada, and they're people that have come over here. They definitely have that respect. They love the Canadians because we recognize them first. And you must remember, the big thing is Dr. Bethune. There are more people in the world. Dr. Bethune, in my opinion, is the most popular Canadian that ever lived because 1 billion people know who he was.
The Chinese have already demonstrated their appreciation. They've agreed to give 4 lesser red pandas to the Metro Zoo for permanent exhibition. They're first cousins of the giant panda, but not so rare. Will we ever have giant pandas permanently? Ron Barbaro is hopeful.
I think that we're extremely high on the priority list because word has come back from me and has been sent to the papers from Hong Kong when they arrived and on their way back to Beijing that they were treated first class, the people, and that our method of operation at the Metro Toronto Zoo is first class, and they think that our weather is just perfect. So I think we're high on the list of priorities. If they open up the doors that we feel secure that we can give to a nation a pair of pandas, Canada's right on top.
Then, on November the 4th, 110 days after they arrived, Ching Ching and Chuan Chuan were given a diplomatic escort to CP's Orient Express and the long flight home. A flight they spent in true panda fashion, munching on bamboo and acting cute.
Of course, it's a way of them supporting themselves. And also, I think it's a really good tribute to the Northwest that there's a lot of talent here in the area, and might as well use it.
And we are. Well, enjoy yourself tonight, and thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
I feel really crazy.
No problem. Okay. So, how does it feel to be part of this show tonight that's called Northwest Masters? And you're hanging on the wall here.
Let me have to go to another question. Now, I don't know. It's I don't even think about the title that much. It's but it's nice to be in a collection like this. The works are old, so not that I have anything against older work of mine or anybody else's, but you are kind of aware that it should be kind of an ongoing collecting thing. Some of my friends have work in here from 2001, and mine's 1983 or something like that. So I think we need to kind of, get a little closer to the present.
Update it.
Yeah.
What in general, what do you think about the idea of the city owning a collection like this?
Well, I always think of the problems for everything, and one of the problems is that there's a kind of an editorializing that has to go on, almost a censorship in a way, because they ultimately, it sort of straddles the fence between a collection as works of art and a collection as decorations for office. And decorations might be a little bit of a harsh word, but they have to kind of, most of them I think were intended to eventually grace the halls of, dare we say, bureaucrats. That might be a little too strong also.
My office.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit of confusion about corporate collecting in general, because there's always these kind of limitations. And public collections always have them, even maybe more so than the corporate. I don't know. Having said that, there's a lot of work that can be collected that is not offensive to the public taste, and that's fine. However, I'm a little uncomfortable with that idea that some things are beyond the pale, because people who have a job in the sanitation department or something are going to find them challenging to their highly developed moral code.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, good. Okay, you're gone. So, Barbara, tonight you're part of a show here called Northwest Masters. So how does that feel?
Well, I feel like someone should be working for me. But since they're not, it's great to be in the show. It's great to be part of the collection.
What do you think about the idea of a city owning a collection of art like this?
Well, I think that it's a really important thing when you think about the history and when you think about how you're going to chart where you've been and what kind of culture you've had. I think it's a really important part, just like keeping the archives of any part of your culture.
And that the city has been able to take over this space in the bank building seems pretty great.
Well, I think it's really, for me, it makes me feel good, because I was pretty upset when the space got lost before, and because lots of things happened here that could happen on short notice that couldn't happen in a museum. And now that it's here and the city has it, it's still a nice place for people to be able to come. People may come here that might not go to a museum just to practice. And we need people to practice.
Okay,
all
good.
Right.
Thank you. You're giving her the art dose? Yeah. Yeah? She's been to doing this before?
Last time she was here, she couldn't walk.
Yeah?
But this is her second time at the gallery. My wife's an artist, and we're here at the show.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. What are you filming for?
Hi, how are you?
Mike is right there in the light blue jacket.
Pretty good. I don't know where his piece is. I have a question for you. Now, this is Michael, right, in the light blue coat here?
Yes.
Yes. And where is his piece in the room?
Sheila Farrs, who is the art
Right.
critic for the Seattle
Right.
Times, and I already talked to her about the possibility of what you said, and she said, well, Michael should be the one that should be on that.
So,
Over just this way a little.
there you go.
Okay.
Just you.
Oh.
So, what is then being able to bring their collection together?
Oh, I think it's long overdue for the city to have a gallery space, and I think this is a perfect one for the time being.
This collection represents, I don't know, 25, 30 years of collecting for the city. It's pretty amazing just to see the range and the time frame of our culture here.
You know, I actually think that it shows what a good job that we've done in collecting over the years, particularly some of the early work. It's wonderful. It's held up really well.
Anything from in your critic hat here tonight? You're just here to enjoy this. I mean, is this something you would write about, the opening of this space? Or
I've actually already written about it. I didn't review it, but it was more of just an introduction to the gallery and to let people know that it was happening. But I'm here for fun tonight.
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
all right. That's what we're here for. The city has a cable channel, and we're putting a website with it to talk about city life, civics, community, and culture. So the piece of the arts of the city that the city has really not paid a lot of attention to in its own media, we're hoping to do more with. So maybe at some point to get past this. We're also going to have a website called the Seattle Channel, and we'll stream all the video that we put. I mean, this piece would be on that website, and stuff would live on the web as well. Working with some people, filmmakers, trying to get their work on our air. So lots of opportunities, I think, to interact with, talk to you about that. Okay? It's nice to meet you. Being here tonight. This is for the city's own cable channel, so how can you say no, right?
Judy is all over that.
Well, I know.
She's a famous person.
I know she is. So, Judy, you're here. What do you think about the city getting this great space for a gallery?
Well, I think we're so fortunate to be able to show this collection in a city space where it has access to so many citizens of this city. I happen to be involved in this in the Present for Art program from its initiation, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished, and to be able to truly share it with everyone in this city is sheer joy. So I feel very, very, and you know, to show the artists that have lived in this region or whose work we've acquired, who live here today, you know, to show the contribution the visual artists are making to Seattle and the Puget Sound region. It's really an honor to be able to recognize them.
It's pretty great. It's our history
Yeah,
here.
it really is.
Can I ask you about coming here tonight?
Sure. I would just reinforce Judy's comments that it is wonderful to have a space like this to show the breadth of the city's collection, and I highly encourage City Council and the Mayor to do a similar space in the new City Hall. It's absolutely appropriate. It's a wonderful gathering spot, and to see the depth of this collection in one room that's open to the public is fantastic, and we need it in our new City Hall.
That's great. Good. Get your name tag. I'm going to turn you this way. Okay? Talk to me.
About what?
About what?
Ask a question.
Yeah, I will. So tell me about, what do you think about the city having this space to exhibit their portable works collection?
Well, I think it's probably one of the best.
What is that silhouette against a pale curtain of sky? That shape against a wall of grass? Against a background familiar, the animals move in ways unmatched by the designs of the likes of us. The antelope and the wild horse, the wildcat and the wolf. The animals are a vanishing act performed before pale curtain of sky, wall of grass. In an instant, they disappear before our eyes, existing somewhere we are not.
In 1988, the Seattle Arts Commission selected 2 artists to create public art at the Woodland Park Zoo. Applications were received from artists from all around the country. The jurors selected 2 artists from different arts disciplines and invited them to be in residence at the zoo for 1 month, studying the animals, selecting a site, and creating a permanent artwork.
Constance de Jong is an award-winning author who has made performance a natural extension of her writing. Since 1977, she has toured extensively in the U.S., Canada, and Europe, presenting oral adaptations of her published texts. She has demonstrated a powerful commitment to the spoken word. Constance was invited to spend a month in residency at the Woodland Park Zoo to design and create an installation as part of the Seattle Arts Commission Public Art Program.
We at the Seattle Arts Commission are pleased to sponsor this videotape that will introduce you to the words and work of Constance de Jong.
In the initial phase of my residency, I was really looking for a specific place, a site to create an exhibit. You know, a place where you could push a button and out would come the words. But the zoo is really overloaded with information, and it's maybe a little short on introspection. So I decided to create an artwork that was not visual, but made of sound, of human and animal voices in duet. With sound, the images could resonate in the mind of a visitor. I wanted the words to have something to do with the whole experience of coming to a zoo, the animals, the people, the situations, a place to synthesize the experiences. And above all, I wanted my work to bring a reflective mode, to make a quiet alcove. I like using a plain, ordinary park bench as a place for listening, to listen and hear thoughts and ideas composed in a writer's language, a place to close your eyes and listen.
Just listen. Humans are the talking animals. The world is ours to name. Perhaps in animals we see silent stretches of space, time, even a familiar land. We're in the field, the plain, and lest I forget, in the darkness of night, animals are seeing me long before I notice them. And under animal eyes, one feels oneself becoming visible, if only for an instant.
What animals do you hear? What would the animals be like if they were people? What stories could they tell us?
I wonder what makes it start. I think it's that box. I think there's a sensor inside. I think when you sit down it starts.
In quiet, the breathtaking quiet when a long, monotonous sound.
This audio installation is set into 3 benches that look like every other bench in Woodland Park. However, 2 of these benches are equipped with audio speakers and a special sensor in the armrest. When someone sits down, it interrupts a light beam and starts the sound. The sound is recorded on a laser disc. The disc player is located in the owl shed across the creek. When someone sits on one of the benches, the disc plays, sending the sound to the 2 outside benches through wires buried in the ground. When the bench is empty of visitors, the sound is interrupted until someone else comes along and sits down.
The animals remind us.
Then this duet of animals and people can continue.
Their life.
The center bench is not equipped with speakers.
The bench with no sound keeps the site from being dominated by a single experience. I also wanted to have the words spoken by people of different nationalities, ages, cultures, a mix of male and female speakers. In a metaphorical way, I wanted to hear diverse voices, diverse ideas, and reflect diverse thoughts, to open the listener to diverse beings. And by that, I mean animals of the imagination, as well as captive animals and non-captive animals. We spend so much time looking at the animals and not really seeing them. I want listeners to realize that animals are individuals too. If we can realize this, it may affect the way we think about animals and in turn affect public policy and planning in a beneficial way.
What makes humans different from animals? Who is more powerful? In what situations does the power balance change? Close your eyes.
We define accented moments as those that contain external happenings which mobilize our resources, as when without warning, human beings and animals encounter each other.
It is then that the sight,
the sight, the smell,
sound of them takes hold of us in an instant. Time enough to feel the cloth against our back, blood against the vein, and our quickening pulse taps out how long it's been since animals were with humans at the center of a world.
It starts when the light sees you and sends off the laser disc in the owl shed. There are lots of different sounds like lions, birds, and crickets.
The most exciting thing about the zoo for me is this. Whether we like it or not, a zoo is as much about the people as it is about the animals. My hope for this installation is that it encourages people to reflect on the relations between humans and animals. How do we think of animals? How do we communicate with animals? How do we treat animals? Maybe it will allow people to make associations that are perhaps not so obvious when they look through a plexiglass window. Maybe not. I kind of relish that unknown. It's exciting that people of all ages will get to discover and experience for themselves.
When you are listening, think about a faraway place and what the animals might be doing there while we are talking and carrying on with our daily lives.
My words repeatedly talk about what it means to be in the company of animals. I want to emphasize the individual moment of encountering the animals, a moment filled by the senses of sight, smell, and hearing. These are the sensory stimuli that link people and animals, if only for an instant.
The individual animal is a site inscribed with facts and numbers. Layer upon layer, the data is piling up, until, in a generous moment, a slight glimmer, as an elephant waters the ground, a wolf howls skyward, a sloth nuzzles its own kind. These simple acts of watering and howling and nuzzling have the effect of wiping clean the slate inscribed with layers of information. And the animals glimpsed are like what we imagine knowledge to be. It is the sound of them that holds you. It is the scent of them that holds you. It is the sight of them that takes hold of you.
Thunder beetles and giant water bugs. The giant water bugs. I know. Oh, there's that. Oh, get those. Get those. Fish here.
Did you see the hermit crabs?
Yeah, we do.
These are called hermit crabs.
Sherry, you look through that little hole. Look through that hole, Sherry.
That's okay. I've got stuff in my hands right now.
They're a hissing cockroach. Be careful not to touch.
It's a millipede. It's a giant millipede. Oh, you're kidding. It eats decaying vegetation and rotting woodpulp. That's good. It helps break down the rainforest floor.
Those are little crabs. He already saw the little crabs,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Hermit crabs. And what are those? Those are bees. Yep.
What is it?